blocks and gets him.
Yeah, come on. Come out with 3 or 4 punches of blood, like you do on the bag. Bam, bam, bam. You understand? Get the jab out there and come on. Combination behind the jab. You understand? Don't let him get inside and hit you with uppercuts. Keep him outside. You got to get in.
You hit him some good shots, okay?
Take it out.
Come on, baby. Go ahead.
The crowd.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
This is the 8th round. It's been up-tempo for Mike Tyson right from the opening bell. Actually, a little bit slower this round than he has been. A little bit more leaning going on in this round.
Tyson would throw more punches if Green didn't tie him up. That was a good attempt with that right hand for Tyson. And now we see Mitch Green. He landed with a good uppercut there.
Green just trying to tie Tyson up, and a couple of good shots by Mitch Green. His best rally of the fight right here.
Look here.
He's caught Tyson 4 or 5 times, and Tyson for the first time seems a little bit puzzled.
Well, he's smiling. Tyson is smiling, but see, Green has those fast hands. Good body shot by Mitch Green. Now we're seeing a different Mitch Green. But he has to be very careful of changing punch for punch inside with Tyson.
Come on, let's go. There was his right hand. A huge right hand by Mike Tyson.
Come on, get right.
It's just even sitting 30 feet away like we are makes you wince.
Well, you can feel the impact of his punch. See, also Mitch Green is not tying his man up properly. He's holding behind the head, which he allows those shots like that to land. When you tie a man up, you hold the grab around his arm.
That was another good shot to the ribs by Tyson. Tyson said one time, he said, I understand anatomy.
Here again.
Oh, what a left hand.
And this is going to happen all the time because, again, you see the way that Mitch Green has his hand behind the head of Tyson. Watch Tyson. She goes to the body here.
Let's break. Come on, let's go.
See the body shots.
Yeah, but close, a little close. You gotta throw a little bit more. You gotta throw more. You understand?
A bit more, Mike. Come on.
You let him have a big round. You understand? There's nothing left after that. Sit it out.
You don't miss him with any of them.
Take a deep breath and let out slow. Come on, baby. Deep breath. Take another one. Get right in his face. It's 9th round, baby. It's the 9th round. You understand? Yeah. I even made that round close enough to steal. We're gonna get that one to him. You gotta come right out there.
That was a first.
I don't want to give it to him. You get out there and take it.
Kevin Rooney is in there and just jabbering away 100 miles a minute. Mike Tyson leaned over and just kissed him.
You hit him with right hand and hook over there, but you didn't get the side. You didn't double up. Where's the left hook?
Right that one air off the floor.
Clean it up. Look, you got a blood there, guys. This is an awfully good fight for Mike Tyson. It indicates that his management wants to get him tested. They want to get him into a position not where he's merely going to be maneuvered into a title fight to fight a title fight, but that somewhere down the road he will have had the training to win a title fight.
Tyson draws a warning for headbutts.
Mitch Green has to keep those hands up, which if he moves to the left or moves to the right, mainly because Tyson He throws a looping right hand or left hook.
One would have the feeling that Mitch Green will not be out boogieing.
Let it go. Break. Come on.
Those body shots will stop you from doing the Pee Wee Herman.
Stop you from doing the waltz.
Let it go. Very good. Let it go.
Tyson's using, you know what I feel, Barry? He's using what he has. I mean, he's not what you considered flashy and what have you. And he's just taking advantage of every opportunity. He fights his man the way his opponent lets him fight him, inside, which is a big mistake that Mitch Green is making. Tyson's arms are short, so he has a tendency to loop his punches. Some are somewhat telegraphed, but because he has speed behind his punches, he's able to get away with it.
Continuing to bang away at the body with a free hand. That uppercut was short.
Mitch Green is not making this fight easy for Tyson either because he's steady tying him up. He's holding him.
Let it go.
I think the way you critique Tyson's performance, the fact that he's remained composed.
Watch it.
Normally, this type of fight frustrates a fighter. When the guy's holding you and complaining and what have you.
Tyson's corner wanted him to punch a little bit more. He hasn't really punched a lot more in this 9th round.
Again, it's difficult to punch a man who's tying you up and holding. Let's see here.
Let it go.
For Mitch Green, it's pretty much survival. I've seen a different Mitch Green. He fought Purcell Davis in Atlanta and was a more determined and more of a boxer.
Come on.
Here he's basically just trying to survive.
Break, man.
That seems to be something that runs through all of Mike Tyson's opponents, that they all are in there to survive. I'm not sure that could be said about
I
Mitch
don't
Green.
know if Mike Tyson is living up to your expectations, but I'd remind you that Joe Louis went the distance 3 times in his first 20 fights. Joe Frazier a couple of times. Rocky Marciano a couple of times in his first 21 fights. Some opponents just don't cooperate. Harold?
Larry, I just don't think that Mitchell Green's flurries are doing enough to offset Tyson's power punching. Tyson's landing too many clean, effective shots.
You might stop him, blood. Go to punch him. You understand? Punch with both hands, blood. Step to him. Don't wait on him. Step to him. Step to him, blood.
He's going to punch like that.
Curious here, Ray, whether Tyson will be satisfied to go out winning or does he want to go out closing the show in the sensational style? Well, the way he's geared up now, he wants to go out in style. You want to see a very aggressive Mike Tyson this round.
Let it go.
Tyson was ready to go. Luis Rivera said shake hands before we get going.
Move back.
This is the last round.
Very good.
Tyson wants to go to work, but Green here doesn't want to fight, it appears to me.
Green's corner telling him to step in to Mike Tyson.
I don't want no wrestling.
This is a bad performance from Mitch Green. And he has some grievances with Don King about not getting the type of money that he wants. But the fact is, he has to prove himself here.
And the mouthpiece goes again.
He has to prove he deserves the money.
Come on.
Green trying to go to the body. Tyson leaning on him now a little bit.
What's going to happen is Tyson gets further and further into his career, he's going to figure out a better way to approach fights like this. Those shots, I love those body shots. They really do a number on a tall opponent. It slows them down and punches went off, especially if you have the power. But as I was saying earlier, Barry, the fact that these type of fights is good for Mike Tyson because he's going to learn how to approach tall opponents more tactically. He'll learn how to cut the ring off and even score more effective punches. Moving that head very well, Tyson.
Took a couple of shots, but still.
Only problem I see with, excuse me, Barry, the only problem I see with Tyson is the fact he comes in sometimes with those hands down a little too low. Because if he meet a good puncher, the speed could prove to be disastrous. But now he's doing a job.
Well, remember, he knocked out his first 19 opponents, went the distance with Tillis, and now likely will go the distance with Mitch Blood Green. The crowd not real thrilled with the goings-on here.
The crowd come in to see a fight, boxer, puncher, and it's been pretty much of a dance for Mitch Green. I'm sure Mitch Green is going to be disappointed in this performance.
And we come to just about the end of it here. Another day in the classroom. Big left hand to end things. So Mike Tyson has gone 10 rounds for the second time in less than a month.
What do you say, my good friends? You know, it's very hot here in the Sunday rain. These single men really work. Now, come on, one more time.
Mitch Blood Green, perhaps not being quite as accommodating to Mike Tyson as Tyson and some of the fans here would have liked.
Well, I think it was a good performance from Mike Tyson. I'm sure a lot of people would disagree, mainly because what you have to look at the fact that he went 10 good hard rounds with a fighter that was not even cooperating.
Take a look at the punch stat. As you can see, he was pretty effective with his punches, and there weren't a lot of jabs in there.
He threw a great deal of punches, more so to the body. Tyson delivered a great deal of body shots to Mitch Green. Green didn't fight at all to me. Did a lot of holding on and not effective.
Scoring with 6 out of 10 of his punches, and that's pretty high percentage for a guy who really is a power puncher like Mike Tyson, I would think, Ray.
Well, Tyson is a slugger. He's the puncher, and he worked in a very good way. He stayed close to Mitch Green. Green did not do anything but a couple of left jabs.
Is it a detriment, you feel, to a fighter where the image of Mike Tyson is he's going to knock everybody out who he gets in there with? Now he's gone the distance on 2 successive fights. Is it a detriment just to kind of build that kind of expectancy in the public?
Well, he just has to do what he does best, and that's work the body like he did. People are going to be so opinionated anyway.
Let's take a look then at Harold Letterman's card. And Harold, you pitched a shutout here.
Well, Barry, as I see it, in the eyes of this judge, you can't get points for holding, for taking a good shot on the jaw, and that's basically what Mitchell Green did. He held. Louis Rivera took 1 round away, warned him 100 times, but Green held and held and held. The closest I thought Green got was the 10th round, but even that, Tyson won.
There's the old thing of styles make fights, and perhaps in this case, Styles unmade this fight, if you will. Mitch Green really wasn't willing to be the cooperative opponent that the crowd and Mike Tyson perhaps would have liked. Let's go up to the ring announcer now, Ed Darien, for the official decision. Ed?
Ladies and gentlemen, from Madison Square Garden, we have a unanimous decision. And the scoring by rounds as follows. Judge George DeGabriel observed the fight 8-2. Judge Pat Dolan watched it at 9-1. And Judge Georgie Colon observed the fight 9-1 for the winner. For his 21st straight win in his many fights, Mike Tyson.